Hi everyone, and welcome to the 62nd episode of the Honeybee Nuts podcast channel. My name's Melissa, and I'm coming to you from Springboro, Ohio, where I live with my husband, our dog Izzy, and our two cats, Prince and Coco. Today is Saturday, August 21st, 22nd. I really don't know what day of the week it is or what day of the month it is, to be honest. I've lost track. It has been 3 months since I have podcasted, which you would think I would have a ton of stuff to show for 3 months worth of non-podcasting. And I do have a bit, but not as much as I normally would. It has been a wonderful summer. We have been incredibly busy, and I thought I would take some time at the top of the hour hopefully this is an hour long, to just kind of catch you up on what we've been doing since we started quarantine on March 10th. Here goes. I cleaned and organized the entire house, including scrubbing the walls of baseboards and windows, but I didn't clean my loft. My niece moved in. I became a part-time teacher for 1 month. We celebrated my nephew Caden's 5th birthday. My niece moved out. I started a salsa garden, which led to me starting a larger garden. I was assigned to a COVID project at work. Started working a ton of hours. I participated in Tour de Fleece. I stopped knitting for 2 months. Celebrated Father's Day. We celebrated my mother-in-law's birthday. Celebrated my nephew Alex's 4th birthday. We celebrated my niece Kira's 16th birthday. My niece moved in again. Celebrated my nephew's 13th birthday. We cleaned out and painted 2 entire rooms. We ordered new furniture from IKEA, put together new furniture from IKEA, which included 2 beds, 2 dressers, 2 nightstands. Last but not least, I started knitting again. Oh, I hope that catches you up on what we've been up to this summer. There's been a lot more that we've been doing other than those things, but those are the key highlights. I have been reading a ton. I played a ton of Animal Crossing and then stopped playing altogether, just taking a break. We did some walks, we played a lot of games, ate a lot of food. It's just been a really wonderful summer. But that being said, I'm ready to take kind of a break and get back to the knitting and the crafting because I have missed it so much. While I was gone, there were a few birthdays that I missed that I just wanted to do some birthday shout outs to. So my friend Alicia from the Knit for Brains podcast had a birthday, so happy birthday, Alicia. My friend Levi from the WTF Knitting podcast had a birthday. My friend Laura from Knit for Brains had a birthday. My friend Nikki from Knick Knack Knits had a birthday. My friend Carrie Ann had a birthday. My friend Angela had a birthday, and she is Felici Fibers, I believe, on Instagram, and she has a podcast as well. My friend Kimmy had a birthday. Happy birthday, Kimmy. And my friend Agatha had a birthday, and she is a Magpie Fibers on Etsy, so you guys should go check her out. So happy birthday to all my friends. So I went through 1 rotation, I believe, of the Gideon method. And I think where I left you guys off is this Estee was a whip, which I will insert pictures here. So this is called the Estee, and my favorite part about it is this laced panel on the sleeves. I love knitting it. I love the way it looks, and the color is gorgeous, and it's a fingering weight sweater. This is Malabrigo in the fuchsia colorway, and I'm just in love with it, and it's super lightweight and comfy. It's been like 100 degrees here this summer, all summer, so I haven't had a chance to wear it yet, but the weather is starting to cool down enough where it's been between 60 and 70, and I feel like that's the perfect weather for this because I get hot very easily, so I will hopefully be wearing this soon, and in fact, I haven't even woven in the ends on it, so that's something I'm going to take the time to do while I'm editing the podcast today. So, but yeah, I really love knitting it. It was a quick knit, and I love it. I want more short sleeve sweaters, and I also have quite a bit of leftovers that I think I have enough yarn to make like tank tops. So I think next summer I might work on some tank tops with some of my leftovers, because I really like having, I think I would like having some tank top type knitted garments. So stay tuned for that next year, hopefully. The next project that I finished is my Standing Stones shawl, and I believe this is by Unravel Designs. It was one of her Outlander knit along. I'm trying to think which way the right way is. It's kind of hard to tell. This is one of her Outlander mystery knit alongs, and I made it with Lorna's laces, and I believe this is also the Standing Stones colorway, but I might be wrong. You can check my last podcast to see for sure, but it's this nice little scarf, and I didn't quite block it the way I should. I've given up on the pin, like the individual pin blockers, because they're just so tedious. So what are these called, picots, are not quite as pointed and laid out flat as I would like them to be. I need to learn to take the time to block, because blocking really does do the project justice, and if you rush blocking, then it always comes out looking a little not as nice as I would have preferred. See the edge? It's not very straight. So I know I'm gonna end up reblocking this before it gets gifted eventually. So I just need to take the time to do that right the first time. But anyway, I just thought I would share this with you. I do like the way the colors pooled. I like the fact that it pooled the same way on both sides. The dye technique was very consistent in both skeins that I used. But yeah, this one was actually not as long as I thought it would be. I thought it would be longer because there were so many cables. But it wasn't too bad. It's more of a smaller project, so it only took me like 2.5 skeins of yarn, I think. And it's off the needles, which is good because it is an old whip. My next finished objects are my Cozy Knitter socks. I know I was working on these during the last podcast, so it did take me 2 rotations to finish these, but I made 2 pairs of shorty socks out of my Cozy Knitter Christmas yarn. I think this was, it wasn't Advent yarn, it's just one of her normal Christmas colorways. And I think I started these in 2017 or 2018, probably 2018. But anyway, so they are very sparkly and they're beautiful, and I really love working with her yarn. Her yarn seems, for me, my gauge is either looser or her yarn is a little bit thicker than I'm used to for sock yarn. So my socks always turn out a little bit bigger when I knit with her yarn, but I absolutely love working with her yarn. And these are my sock blockers from Knitting Left. I have some Halloween ones and some Harry Potter ones. So anyway, so those are the socks that I finished. And then I have another finished object. I finally finished my Tecumseh, and here it is, and I love it so much. It's so soft and comfy. So this thing got tore out and reknit, I think like 3 times, because I kept messing up the neck increases, which is weird because I've done this same method for increasing before. But anyway, this is not a shape of sweater that I thought that I would like, but it's kind of like a poncho, and I like that because if I'm out somewhere or even at home and I get a bit chilly, it's a perfect thing to layer over top of like a tank top, or I got a tank top on. I was trying to show a tank top or a t-shirt. And it would have been the perfect sweater for me to wear to Rhinebeck this year. Unfortunately, you know, that's not happening. Regardless, I am extremely happy with it. The yarn is so soft. So the pink is, forget what she called it. It's Suburban Stitcher. It was gifted to me by my friend Mercy, which my friend is so generous. She sent me so much yarn over the years, and I really want to make it a priority this year to knit up what she sent me. So I'm really happy that I was able to finally finish this. But so it's Suburban Stitcher, and I think it's like her fuchsia or hot fuchsia colorway. I can't remember what she called this pink. And then the black is the Paint It Black. It's one of my colorways that I used to have when I dyed yarn. And then the white is just a bare natural skein of DK, and it is DK weight yarn. So it actually knit up quite fast considering the color work. And when I was knitting it, so there have been a couple of TV shows that Jason and I have been obsessed with watching during quarantine, and one of them was Grand Designs. And so I basically knit this entire sweater while watching Grand Designs and planning for a future house. But yeah, I absolutely love how it turned out. The color work, I think I am really happy. I don't think I've ever done color work this good before. If that makes sense, it's good. Like my floats are really nice. Yeah, I'm just extremely happy with it. So that is it for my knitting finished objects. I do have some knitting whips. So I'll start off with the socks that I pick. I haven't started these yet. But this is what I pulled off the shelf for my next pair of socks to begin. And this is the, I believe bomb.com. Yeah, this is bomb.com, one of my old colorways. These were started toe up. I'm going to be ripping them out and knitting them cuff down. And I'll probably pick a pattern to do on these because it is a variegated yarn and not self-striping. So that's awesome, and that's in my little Sock Monkey bag. I got this on my yarn crawl quite a few years ago. And I remember when I bought it, it seemed like such a big bag, but bags have grown so much over the past couple of years that these seem tiny now. And this is in my Freckled Whimsy Hippo bag. This is the project. My nephew came in and stayed with us for a little bit, and I needed a new whip out of my whip jar, and I let him pick one, and he coincidentally picked the other Outlander knit along that I was working on, and it's the Dragonfly. So this is when I started pick this back up, I ripped it out. And did I rip it out and restart it? No, I did not. So when I picked it up, I was beginning that cable repeat right there. So I had just had this top part done. So I finished this braided cable, which you basically do knitting, which I'll show you in a second because I'm on the second braided cable, but so you knit it across, and then I did this section, and now I am on the second braided cable, the last braided cable over here. So as you can see, you kind of work it going across and knitting two together, and this is probably going to take me all weekend to finish that braided cable because it takes a long time. There's about, I think there's how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 stitches across. So every row is 12 stitches, and you decrease 1 stitch every 2 rows. So it takes quite a bit of time, and it is a cable. So there's a back cable and a front cable. So yeah, it's only like a 8, I think it's like an 8 or 10 row repeat. So it's not bad, but it just is kind of tedious. And also I noticed, I thought there were only 4 clues. And I noticed when I started for clue number 4 last night, and it said that there was a 5th clue. Well, in Ravelry, my Ravelry does not show a 5th clue. So I reached out to the designer and I was like, hey, I'm missing the 5th clue for this. So I really hope that she sees it and she responds, because I don't have the last clue to the pattern. I did see a comment from her like 3 years ago where she said that she was planning on putting everything in one PDF, and she never has. So I'm a little concerned. But that being said, I know from the pictures that the last clue is worked the same way as the first 2. So it's worked the same way as this. The only thing that I will have to be concerned about is stitch counts, because I won't know the stitch counts. But I could probably figure it out on my own without the pattern, but that would be a major bummer. So I'm hoping that by the time I finish this cable this weekend that she has responded back with the 5th glue, because I will be really extremely bummed if she doesn't. But anyway, so I'm probably, when I get done with this cable, I'll probably be a little over 50% done with this shawl. So hopefully by the next time I podcast, that's a finished object, and I will have picked another project from the whip jar, which is getting quite small, by the way. I only have 15 whips right now. So considering I had like 45 2 years ago, I've done a really good job of not only finishing what I cast on, because I've casted on a ton of stuff, but also working my way through my whips. And originally I was hoping I would have all my whips done this year and be pretty monogamous and only have like 4 or 5 projects at a time, because that is way monogamous for me. But I think that's going to be more of a goal for next year, because I did take 2 months off of knitting. So before I stopped crafting altogether, I did participate in Tour de Fleece briefly. So Tour de Fleece, I believe, is like 21 or 24 days. I had picked out 21 or 24 spinning projects, and I ended up finishing 10 of those. So that was a little overambitious. But that being said, I only really spun for the first week, and then after that it was very sporadic. And then when I picked up crafting again, spinning was the first thing that I did. So I finished spinning those 10 projects I had started before I started knitting again. And I am taking a break from spinning now because it is just very tedious, and I really didn't like spinning that much in such a short period of time. Spinning is definitely one of those things where I have to be in the mood for it. So anyway, none of these have been washed. I plan on taking them down and washing them today. But I wanted to show you guys first what I spun up. So the first 3 skeins that I spun up were the first 3 months of the, what is her name? Primrose. The Primrose Yarn Co. fiber braid club for the beginning of this year. So this was January's color. She doesn't have colorway names for these. So this was January, February, and March. So I'll just give you a close-up. And the one thing that I was really proud of how consistent my spinning was. There are some inconsistencies, but I really think most of that's going to block out when I wash them. So here's February's. And here was March's. But I really like how they spun up, because I wasn't so sure about them in the braid, but after they spun up, they're actually really gorgeous. So I'm really happy with those. So those are the first 3. And then I spun a braid that my friend Jen sent me. And I actually spun it for her, so I need to wash this and get this in the mail to her. And this is from Walnut Farm Designs in the Water Lily colorway. And this yarn is so incredibly silky soft. I think it was 100% merino, but it's extremely soft, much softer than the other ones. And I love the way it came out. So I will be sending this out to her soon. It's beautiful. I'm really happy with that. And then I spun up some, I know it was this one and this one, some Into the World. So, I think this one is called Neurotic. And this one's really soft too. And I love all the color in this one. It's got a lot of nice, pretty jewel tones. And then this one is called Inevitable Betrayal. I did not really enjoy spinning this one. The fiber is very, very rustic, and you can tell by feeling this. I don't remember now. I think it was alpaca was in this. I don't remember exactly what was in it, but it's extremely rustic. It's beautiful, but it's quite rustic. So I really didn't have fun spinning that. So those are the 2 from Into the World that I spun up. And then I have some skeins that I spun up from Countess Ablaze. Here are, oops, there we go. Hold them like this. So the first one, and I kind of guessing at colorways here. I think this one is Gothica. And I know that this one is Extravagance and Cruelty. And this one is Aristocratic. And this one, I believe, is Stardust. So these are the 4. So yeah, I finished 10 spinning projects, which, I mean, is pretty good. I wish I would have gotten them done quicker, but I kind of sort of stopped crafting there for a while. Now I have acquisitions to show. Ooh, I spilled some water and I stepped in it and it's cold. So first of all, this skein I had last time I podcasted, but I completely forgot to show it because it was downstairs. My friend Agatha, and the bag is still downstairs, so I don't have to show. She dyed up this skein, and she named it My Sugar Plum, which is actually her nickname for me. So, how beautiful is this yellow? Little splotches of pink, because everybody knows I love pink. So it's really gorgeous, and this is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams, 419 yards. It's a lot of yardage. It's really gorgeous. It even has like some pops of like darker yellows or oranges. It's really pretty. Look at that. I love that. That's so beautiful. So I bought this from her, and she gifted me, because I'm obsessed with penguins, she gifted me a project bag that has penguins on it, and it's so cute. But I put what are those things called? Snaps on it. And it's downstairs, so I have to bring it up for the next podcast and show you guys. But yeah, so pretty. And she is a Magpie Knits on Etsy, so magpieknits.etsy.com. So pretty. And I also did a swap. We did like a Christmas in July swap in our little group, and we did a Christmas in July swap in our little group, and I put on my paper that my favorite color was rainbow. So I won't be able to get them in order here to show them, but my friend Vonnie was my partner, and she sent me some rainbow minis. So I'm just gonna show them 2 at a time. I don't know what these are. Some of them they're all, not all different bases, but there's different bases. Not exactly sure who the dyers are, but they're really pretty, and I plan on making something rainbowy with them. And I promise every color of the rainbow's in here, even though I'm not holding it up in order. And then also, I believe these 2 are self-striping, or they might just be heavily variegated, but either way, they're really pretty. So that is, she sent me that. She sent me this necklace. It's too hard for me to show up there, but it's a heart, and it's got like a little bee with a honeycomb, and it says believe in yourself. So I really enjoy that. She sent me a candle. She sent me and it smells so good. It smells like donuts. And she sent me some cookies. She sent me this little tin, and inside the tin she has these cute little stitch markers from 3 by the Sea, and there's don't worry, be happy. They're all bee themed. It's kind of hard to show them. Let me see if I can get them out of the package and show you. I didn't take them out yet because I didn't want to lose them or get them mixed up with my other stitch markers. Okay, so here's that one. It's not really focusing. One. I like this one a lot. And this one. That one is the one that says, "Don't worry, be happy." And then, ooh, this little polka dotted one. I love those. So, oh, it has like a little hanger on it, so I guess I wouldn't have got them lost if I took them out. And then she included some wool wash and a little Fix-A-Stitch tool. So thank you, Vonnie, for that lovely package. And I believe there's some other stuff in there too. I'm just not thinking of it right now. But yeah, it was a lovely, lovely package. And now it's time to show what I purchased. Which, I mean, all things considered, I don't think this is too terrible considering it's been 3 months. Actually, before I show the yarn, I do have a few more things to show. I set them off to the side, so I forgot about them. But, guys, Levi is back at it again with making bags. And I'm obsessed. So he had a sock bag shop update. So his name's Levi, WTF Knitting. If you haven't heard of him by now, what are you even doing? Stop this podcast. Go look at his podcast. He's hilarious. He's one of my best friends. And I have been begging him to make more bags for like 2 years. So he finally did. And he made a bag update. And this is one of his bags. Oh my God, I've been waiting for him to make this into a sock bag for, like I said, close to 2 years. And oh my God, so these bags are so well made. So he has the duck canvas on the bottom. And he also has these, this thread. He always matches his thread to the project, and he does this stitching, like the special stitching. Like it just adds that extra bit of flair. His drawstrings are perfect. I don't know how he did this, because when I did drawstrings, they were a hot mess express, and I'm surprised nobody complained about them. They were a pain in the ass, but he does such beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. He has this nice neutral lining so that you can see all of, you see all the way to the bottom. It's not dark, which is actually one complaint that I have about a lot of bags, is that they use darker fabric on the inside, which makes it hard to see what you're doing in there. But anyway, he had this fabric in pink and in blue, and I of course got the pink, and it's perfect for a sock bag. He always finds the most unique fabrics. And then this one, I mean, what knitter doesn't also love office supplies? I mean, come on. I'm obsessed with pens and pencils and markers and highlighters, and the colors. The colors in this bag are absolutely gorgeous. I love that, like, kind of aqua-y. I don't know if that's what you'd call that, green blue, but it's gorgeous. And again, the gray stitching, he has that, I think that's like his signature. I love that stitching. So I purchased those two, and then he sent me a prototype. Look at this. And I'm really, not only am I excited because it's a prototype and I've never seen a Notions pouch like this before, but also because it has scraps of all 4 of the fabrics he used for his update. Guys, I feel so special. Okay, so see, there's the blue sock fabric, the pink sock fabric, there's the pins, and then I already have a big bag. Do I have this bag? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. But he has these adorable squirrels with the pink cheeks. Anyway, so this is his prototype Notions pouch, and I really love it because, first of all, it has like this, oh, it zips all the way to the bottom. That's so cool. It has this like really heavy duty zipper, which I love, but also the zipper doubles as like a little handle, And it's not a very big handle, like you can't put it on your wrist or anything. But what I like about this handle is a lot of bags have those clips inside or on the outside where you can clip stuff to it. And this is perfect to just clip to the side of your bag. And it's easy to like just grab this out of another project bag, and it's perfect size for your Notions. So like you can put a tape measure, scissors, stitch markers, darning needle, a Stitch Fix. You can put pretty much all your Notions in there. So yeah, I really love this. So I can't wait for him to make more of these. And it's so baby cute. So I'm excited about that. And I know he's working on another bag update, and I believe he's going to have different sizes and different styles. So keep an eye out for that. I also received a gift. Guys, I have the most amazing friends. We've been going through a lot the last couple months, and it's been kind of tough, and I've been, talking to my friends about it. And my beautiful friend gifted me a hot pink Hohe & Co bag. Guys, these bags, I've been drooling over them, and they're so well made. They're so well made. And I don't have enough nice things to say about this. So thank you. You know who you are. I love this so much. I can't even tell you. It's huge. It's ginormous. I love everything. See, this has the clip that I was talking about in it. So a lot of project bags have this now. So it's perfect to clip your little Notions pouch on the inside and just hang it down in there. It has this nice zippered pocket in here. And then it also has like a regular large pocket in there. I love the fabric. I love the feel of it. I love the smell of it. This is actually a handle. So like if you don't want the handle, you don't have to put it on, but it comes off, and then you can readjust it and put it as a handle. You guys have probably seen these everywhere. They are very, very expensive, but I think that they're really well made, and I think it's great if you want to spoil yourself and you have the means to. I would highly recommend the bag, and or as a gift for a knitter that you love. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. So I'm really excited about it. So thank you so much. My next new sweater project is going to go in here, and it's just been sitting downstairs so that I can just look at it. And every day I walk by and I feel it and I pick it up and I hold it and I touch it, and I'm just so in love with it. So yeah, that is that. So back in March, I believe I ordered this stuff in March. I think I had ordered all of this. I'm pretty sure I had ordered this before I podcasted. It just wasn't here yet. So, first of all, I ordered some yarn from Fab Funky Fibers, because I love Fab Funky Fibers. Self-striping yarn. I have no business ordering any more self-striping yarn, but I did, and I love it. So this is CMYK. It's all of these. You'll have to look at them up on Instagram because they have samples knit up, and they're so pretty. This is the Trolls World Tour, and look how creative she is with the band. Like, you could totally color that band in. Oh, and it comes with a little pencil, like a little marker where you can change colors so that you can color in the band. That's super cool. And then I ordered, what's this one? Jamie's Rainbow, and it came with a little mini for heels on that. And then this one is called Heatwave. So there are those. And I also ordered, I believe this is called the Helix. Yeah. I don't remember what the cowl is called, but Lobby Anime had a kit for it, and it's like a mosaic cowl, and it was really cool looking, and I was like, I want to knit that. So I was placing another order with them, and I just kind of threw it in there as last minute. But it is a heavy color work kit. And it comes with a full skein of her Helix in the French gray, and then a bunch of different colors and minis for the color work. Just be added to my collection of kits that I have for now. And then Hohi, was it Hohi? Pretty sure this one was Hohi. I was like, is it Andrea or Hohi? Because those are the two I always fall for. But Hohi came, I believe it was Hohi. Those are very different, so I'm going to have to rotate skeins. But she came out with a new, was it Sport Weight, I believe? Yeah, a Sport Weight cardigan, and it's cabled, and it's probably going to take me 20 years to knit, but it's so beautiful. And I got Lobby and May Merino Sport Rose Quartz colorway to make it out of, and it's going to be gorgeous whenever I get to it. And it just seems so ridiculous to me now that I even order sweater quantities of yarn anymore, because I don't even know when I'm gonna have time to knit them up, but we're gonna work through it one sweater at a time. And also, I don't know how these designers design so freaking fast, because they're constantly coming out with new designs that I want to make all of them. And I have all the I just need to hire somebody to knit some sweaters for me, because that's the only way I'm ever going to knit all the sweaters that I want to knit. Anyway, absolutely gorgeous, and it'll go on the shelf with the other kits. I feel kind of ridiculous for ordering it now, but we were going through a hard time, and I have no self-control, so that's my excuse for that. Yeah. And I already know of another sweater quantity and shawl quantity that I'm going to purchase. It's just out of stock. But when it comes back in stock, I'm going to buy it. It'll probably, hopefully, be my last one for a while, because I need to stop. Anyway, bought some pins. I got a Hohi & Co pen with my bag. And then I also got Twill & Prints, this enamel pin, and it's a row counter. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed with Twill & Print, first of all, and this row counter is, oh my god, it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at it. It's so pretty. Bought one of these for one of my friends too. I just remembered, and I need to get it in the mail to her. But it's sparkly. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Anyway, so that's it. That's a lot, and I crammed it in fast, but at least I'm caught up now. So the goal today is to get all the ends woven in on all the finished objects I showed, to get these skeins soaked and hung out to dry, and then to work on editing this, getting it uploaded, because we all know I'm terrible about that. And I need to do some reading. I've been trying to read 100 pages a day, which I have been failing at miserably, but I want to read 62 books this year. I'm a little bit behind. And then basically just knitting and watching TV. Anyway, that's the plans. Hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. I'm hoping to be back with you guys soon with more finished objects and more whips. And hopefully not a lot of acquisitions, because I do not need any more. Anyway, talk to you guys soon. Bye.